I'm live again. Good thing I was just on my nose. I'm glad you didn't see that. Hey, I'm here in Denver, Colorado, taking my 30-minute break, and I wanted to explain to you, my friends that don't drive. I've had a few ask me what do we mean by getting it legal or by moving our tandems. So I'm going to show you real quick what I'm talking about. Um, DOT regulations state that we cannot weigh more than 80,000 pounds unless we've got permits. That 80,000 pounds has to be spread out amongst our axles evenly. So they also tell us what we can have axle weight. So our steers can be 12,000 pounds. Our drives can be 34,000 pounds. And our tandems can be 34,000 pounds. So what are those, you ask? Well, I'm going to switch this thing around and I'm going to show you. The front, what we steer with, that's the steer axle. That can be 12,000 pounds. If we come back here, these are the drives. The drives drive the truck down the road. So my truck is a 6x2 configuration. That means we've got 6 wheel positions on the truck. Only 2 of them actually propel. 6x4, both of these will be powered. My truck, only these are powered. Again, this axle can only be 34,000 pounds. If we come all the way back here, these are the tandems. These axles can also only be 34,000 pounds. The problem comes in when we get a heavier load. The customers don't always load things the same way. And a lot of times they're uniform, but a lot of times too, it'll be different kinds of freight, heavy, light, all mixed in the same trailer. So depending on how they load it, it may be heavy on the back and heavy on the front, heavy in the middle. So we have to get it legal. We're the one that gets the fine if it's not legal, 34, 34, 12. So the tandems, which is the back axles, these actually have the ability to slide. So we can slide those, and I'm going to do that in a little bit and show you how that's done. We can actually slide those to adjust the weight. So if we're heavy on the back, we slide the tandems back, and that will move the weight off the back towards the front. If we're heavy up towards the front, we can slide the tandems to the front. That'll move the weight off the front of the trailer into the back. Same thing with our fifth wheel. Although most drivers don't like moving the fifth wheel very much, neither do I. But that can also be used to move weight around. So if we're heavy on our steers, all we have to do is move the fifth wheel back, which is this little doodad. Move the fifth wheel back right here. That's the fifth wheel. We can slide that back, and that will take weight off the steers. However, if we need to put weight on it because the tandems or the drives are heavy, then we can move forward. That'll move weight to the front. So a lot of times it's a game. I'm going to go over here where we're out of the sun. Might be a little bit better shot, but I'm just picking up this trailer. I've got to slide the tandems. We've also got, they're called bridge laws, fifth wheel laws, where the wheels can't be so far back. And every state's different. California, you can't be further back, the fifth hole on the frame. And, like every state's different. So we have to know all those. And fortunately, that information is all available to us in our atlases. GPS is online. So I've got to slide this. Here we go. I'm going to swing it around again. I've got to slide this. These wheels need to come up. And for my truck driving friends, there's a fuel advantage to doing this too. Think of it this way. If you're walking up a hill and you've got to carry 100 pounds up that hill, would you rather have that weight on your shoulders or in a wagon, pulling the wagon as well? Well, truck's the same way. I would rather have that weight on my shoulders. So I can get underneath it then and pull it up that hill better. If I've got that trailer or that wagon pulling behind me, then guess what? I've got to lug that too. So weight's the same way. If you've got more weight on your drives, that's going to give you better fuel economy. The other side of that too is in the wintertime, it gives you better traction. So it's 90 some degrees right now. I don't really need to worry about that. But let me show my non-truck driving friends what I mean about sliding the tandems. So right now, they're all the way back. A lot of customers demand that. They want it back just so the truck's not bouncing as much when they go in and out of it with the forklift. So they demand that they want this all the way back at this particular customer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the truck up. There's a little way to release these back here. We're lucky we've got air slide. A lot of companies don't. So we've got this little button right here. We just got to push or pull. Some we got to pull. That releases air and lets the pins come in. So the pins are what holds everything in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go start my truck up and I'm going to push it back. Those wheels will stay in place and the tandems will slide. I'm going to try and set my phone up here so you can see that. I'm not quite sure how well that's going to work, but let's try it out. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to put it down, see if you can see it. If you can't see this when I get done setting this up, I'm sorry. There now, wasn't that fun? See, it slid up. Wasn't that fun? I know you're excited. So that's how we do it, people. I run with them all the way up unless I'm loaded and I need to move the weight around. That's better for your fuel economy. For those of you interested, the skirts that we have deflect air. Nussbaum was going with skirts that went all the way back, but they found out that they could just go past the front wheel a little bit and that gave the same effect. So that's what this is about. Fuel economy, getting loads there safely and staying legal. So that's it. I got nothing else for you. As always, on this episode of Things You Didn't Know You Needed to Know, if you got any questions or something you want to know about trucks that I might be able to answer, feel free to drop me a note, leave me a comment, and we'll do the best we can to answer. If not, I'll get somebody that can. So you guys have a great, safe day, and we'll see ya. Bye. It won't shut off. It won't shut off. Okay, now it's going off, finally.